What's up, you guys? It's Susan Morad right back here on Clever News. And Dixie D'Amelio sat down with James Charles for the newest episode of her show to discuss the major elephant in the room, aka the D'Amelio dinner that caused the internet to fully erupt. What fans thought was about to be the exciting new launch of the YouTube segment Dinner with the D'Amelios quickly turned into a virtual war between the internet and the entire D'Amelio clan. In case you haven't been keeping up, fans were left with a sour taste in their mouths, no pun intended, after the D'Amelios' supper time sit-down displayed what fans perceived to be bratty and ungrateful behavior from both Charli and Dixie. Dixie was criticized after gagging and spitting up food that famous chef Aaron May had made for them, and Charli was seen as ungrateful after making comments about not having reached 100 million followers yet, a year after being on TikTok. James Charles was their dinner guest for the evening and got caught in the crossfire after defending Charli as the backlash became so out of control, she started receiving death threats from online trolls. Now, after a few short weeks and a whole lot of clarity, James once again joined Dixie during her YouTube segment, The Early Late Show starring Dixie D'Amelio, where the two rehashed everything that went down during the infamous dinner and what they learned from this experience. James was first to clarify that everything was blown way out of proportion regarding Charli's comments about her followers, and that he meant it to be nothing more than a joke.
The situation between me and Charli with the whole followers thing, was an innocent joke. I was not calling her out, I was not dragging her. It was just a simple, joke.
James also compared Charli's comment to any other business who achieved a goal and simply strives to do better. The two also discussed the situation with Dixie throwing up after eating a cooked snail, to which James stated, "I don't care if Gordon Ramsay put a snail in front of me, I'm not eating it." He also put partial blame on Dixie's team, revealing that they were the ones behind the camera telling Dixie she needed to try the snail, which resulted in her throwing it up. He said, "Obviously your team was in control of the edit," and even Dixie admitted to watching it before it went live and thought nothing of it. All in all, this was a learning lesson for everyone involved, as James, who knows firsthand what it's like to be dragged and cancelled online, explained to Dixie that not everyone will have the same perception of what you share online.
Although it sucked, it was a really, really valuable learning lesson for you and Charli to understand that even if something is an innocent joke to you guys, or even if something feels, fine behind the camera, you always have to be super, super cognizant of how the public is going to react to something, because it might not be the same sentiment.
Dixie agreed with James and admitted that she needs to work on her sarcastic sense of humor, which sometimes may not translate on the internet. Most importantly, James couldn't have stressed enough that above all else, you should never have to change who you are to please anybody on the internet. He explained, "If you're sarcastic and you have a dry sense of humor, you should absolutely continue being sarcastic and continue having a dry sense of humor, because there's a huge group of people out there like myself and like many other people who love that." It all comes down to understanding what the public might think about it and how to, quote, "figure out how to bring everyone else in on the joke," according to James. Fans applauded James for speaking with such maturity, like one user who wrote, "Is no one going to talk about how mature James is? His way of thinking is so inspiring and wise." And this person commented, "It's great that they have James as a friend because he literally broke down the situation in such a perfect way that Dixie and Charli probably couldn't have said in their own words." Thankfully, the D'Amelio drama has died down, and we can only hope it stays that way. I guess sometimes you really do need to learn things the hard way. And for all the details on Addison Rae and Bryce Hall's feud with Lil Yachty, click right over here for another clever video. Then be sure to let me know all of your thoughts on the conversation that went down between James and Dixie in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on Instagram at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.